Good afternoon. Welcome to Module 2 review and Module 3 introduction. Regarding Module 2, it was great to read your reflections on all the different models and how you might be able to translate some of what they're doing into your own classes, your own spaces. The reflections were fantastic. There were a decent number of you that are going to need to redo or tweak a little bit of your activity, of your Venn diagram. As I said at the very beginning when we had our kickoff, half the battle is figuring out the tool itself. And so, but try not to get lost in the tool that you forget sometimes to enter different elements for the different assignments. So, for instance, in Module 2, in the activity, if you compared all three modules in a online, a blended, as well as a face-to-face, you also needed to talk about the similarities at each of those intersections when you have that three-way Venn diagram, making sure that you compare and contrast the online to face-to-face, the face-to-face to blended, the blended to online, and looking at the similarities. Based on your reflections around that, I think that by and large, most of you had really great experience with really thinking about and articulating what the differences are so that you can make sure that you're using the right terminology, as well as really being reflective about what kind of models that you are looking for and looking at when you observe that in other classes or at other schools. So for Module 3, you've got kind of a really fun, I think, activity. It's a collaborative activity using Google presentations, and the reflection is also related to that as well. The groups have been pre-assigned for you, so you want to make sure that you go to Module 3.2 Activity Groups, and that will open up into this link. Group 1 will be Michelle Buchanan, Kathy McDougall, and Brett Sanderson. Group 2, Debbie Eitner, Lisa Myers, and Andrew Shoemaker. And Group 3 is Julie Gannon, Michelle Paulus, and Nalini Suresh. So if you have an asterisk or you are first listed, please be the person to reach out to the other team members and begin the process of creating the Google presentation, share it with them, give them editing rights, and be the person to really drive that particular presentation. That still means that every person in each group needs to submit that presentation as your particular submission for that activity. So say in Group 2, just because Debbie submits the presentation doesn't mean that Lisa and Andrew don't have to. In the grade book itself, they are independent and discrete, so we want to make sure that everybody gets credit in the grade book for the work that you've done. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out, and look forward to seeing all of the work that you have ahead of you and the products that you create as a result. So thank you and have a great week. Bye.